Hey everybody, BooneBoys here. We got my brother from Minnesota, my dad's in the back, and we are in Branson, Missouri. And it's about 6:30 and we are heading to meet up a guide here. We're gonna go on Lake Taneycomo. Now, Lake Taneycomo looks more like a river, but it's a lake. It's below the dam at Table Rock Lake, and it's pretty much fed from the bottom of the dam at Table Rock Lake. It's really cold water, and we're gonna go after some trout today. Now these trout, we actually went toward the fish hatchery where all these trout are hatched and raised. They raise rainbow trout there and brown trout. So this guide today, I think mostly what we're gonna go after today are gonna be trout. So it's gonna be really interesting. We actually saw some guys fishing by the hatchery the other day on Lake Taneycomo, and in that time that we saw, they hooked up 4 times in just a short amount of time. So they actually release, I think it was hundreds of thousands of trout.
A million.
A million?
Thousands.
Just million. They release millions of trout.
I think a million. I think it's a million.
It's a lot of trout that they raise there, and they actually stock it from that hatchery. I think we're feeling we're gonna do really good today, because last night we watched Jesus at the Sight and Sound Theater here in Branson. So
yeah, we're gonna be able to just.
I think.
Hey, sir, you need to cast it to the other side of the boat.
Yeah, cast it on the other side. It is foggy on Taneycomo this morning. You can tell this lake is just flowing pretty steadily. Boat rentals, $289 for a day. 20-foot fishing boat for $209 for a day. You can't hardly beat that.
It's hard to beat, man.
So it looks like the lake's been up to those rocks right there. They did say that Table Rock right now is about 6 foot, 7 foot above normal. I'm sure they're trying to let out more water than they probably normally do.
If you fish from here down, there'll be a lot of 10 to 12 inches. Every now and then something bigger. If you fish above here up to the dam, you can expect a lot of fish in the 14 to 16 inch range, with some topping 20.
So 20 inches, how long they've been in the lake?
That's probably a 3 to 4 year old fish.
3 to 4 year old. Are there any walleye that get in here? Or?
So when they open floodgates up at the dam, walleye will come over Table Rock Dam. Some of them will survive that fall, so every now and then you can get some walleye up on the upper end, throwing crankbaits and jerk baits and things like that.
Smallmouth?
Smallmouth, Kentucky's, largemouth. I've caught as many as 11 different species in 4 hours.
Oh, really?
Wow, how about that?
This water comes from 130 feet below the surface of Table Rock Lake, down below the thermocline. So the warmest it gets in the summertime is about 56, 57 degrees. So those warm water species aren't very conducive to living in that. So they'll hang around up top for a little while, and then they work their way down.
Do they stock walleye here, or the walleye?
They stock them in Table Rock Lake, the next lake up. And that's what I was talking about. When they open the floodgates, some of them walleye will come over the top, and then they stock them down in Bull Shoals Lake, and there's a natural reproduction down there also. So.
Now, is there a dam before we get to Bull Shoals?
Yeah, it's Polorized Dam. That's the first dam that was put in on the White River system, which is what this is. And its dam was built for Lake Taneycomo in 1913. Back then it was a warm water lake, had a lot of bass and crappie and stuff in it. Rockaway Beach was kind of the place to go to back then. In the 50s, when they put in Table Rock Dam, our water now comes from below that thermocline. This lake doesn't have the ability to hold any water because it's just a little 40-foot tall dam down there. So anytime they're generating power or running through water through Table Rock, it has to move through here like a river. That's why it's running like, looks like a river all the time, but it's technically a lake.
Yeah, it does look like a river.
If they shut that water down up there, it's still like a lake out here, just a real narrow, skinny lake. Doesn't have the ability to hold water.
Here's our guide right here pulling up. We got a boat right there drifting in the middle of the water. So this looks like a fisherman's boat right here, man.
Okay.
How are you doing this morning? Flies over there. All set up.
The water runs this hard, these fish just kind of hug the bottom really tight. So we're trying to get down to the bottom. No matter how we're fishing, we're trying to get right down to the bottom where the fish are.
So they're hugging the bottom right now?
They're hugging the bottom really tight. Yeah, they don't, I mean, they won't come up for anything on the surface or anything like that. So waiting is pretty much useless when the water runs this hard. So we're gonna drift with the current and try to get our stuff on the bottom and trying to recreate what the fish are looking for. They just sit at the bottom and wait for the current to bring them food. So what we kind of feed the line out off the side of the boat down to the fish, and that process of feeding the line out is more effective with the fly rod. Because the fly rod, you're kind of feeding it out in little spurts, whereas the spinning rod, you're kind of just dumping all the line out at once until you get down to the float stop. We're fishing with a flip float system. So, in my opinion, the fly rod's better because you catch a lot of fish as you're feeding that line out, and you don't do that with the spinning rod. The water line here, they go up and down.
I hardly recognize you with all those muscles. All right, here we are at the dam.
All right, so that's two fly rig here. Big thing I was telling you about with the drag. I'm pulling the drag off the reel there and see how the handle's spinning backwards. Two things I'll tell you guys a lot: keep your rod tip up and let it go. Once you hook a fish, you want to keep your rod tip right there all the time. Spinning fish have a tendency to reel down like that. That will break you off a lot. So keep it up real high. When that rod tip bends down, just make sure you let go of that reel to let the drag go out. Even the little fish can break the line because we're using pretty light lines to get these guys.
What test is it, the leader?
It's about 4, the lightest part. So this is about 20 feet deep. You're just going to put the line in nice and easy, keep the rod tip real low, and we're going to start feeding this line off, just pulling the drag off here, keeping the rod tip right at the water's edge. After about 3 or 4 pulls, you can start getting bites at any time, but it's all going to be feel. You can see that float's not really moving, that line's sliding through there. So if a fish takes it, you're not going to see much on that float, but you're going to feel a little resistance right here. Anytime you set the hook, just make sure you're not holding the reel, holding the line, because when you set the hook, that drag's going to go out and the fish are going to take off. So set the hook, just hold the rod high, and don't think about reeling right off the bat, because they'll snap you off pretty quick if you try to force them. So keep pulling that out. And you can get a hit again at any time. I'm starting to feel the bottom a little bit right now. That weight down there hitting the bottom. When you get all the way down to the fly line, your fly line's going to stop that float, stop that line from sliding, and that's going to be your float stop. And you're going to see that float start bouncing, and that's that weight down there hitting those rocks, and it makes your float bounce. So it looks like a bite. It looks like a fish, and that's that weight finally hitting the bottom there, and your float stops. You're at the fly line now. That's the float stop. I'm going to feed it out there until it gets out there, about that distance or so. You fish with the rod tip real low. Make sure you're not hanging the line. Make sure you're not doing that, and you're just looking for that float to move away from you. You're going to see it bounce with the fish right there by the float looking there. You're going to see it bouncing a lot. It's going to look like a fish, and I'm trying to keep the trolling motor moving towards your stuff, so you're having a little better grip and getting on the bottom more. But when you see it just go away like that, just real short and quick like that. If you have them, you'll know. If not, just drop it down and wait for the next one to come along, basically.
Oh, here's the fish.
First one, baby.
Right there, just kind of swing it back this way. And when I get the fish, let me see your rod for a second. When you get the fish, just bring your rod tip down and keep it on the water and kind of a little bit of tension for that second hook. Okay. Always let them go though. If they want to go. And drop your rod tip down and away from it if you would. Hit your rod tip down.
There we go.
Like that.
There we go.
There's a little nicer one.
Yeah, right there. It's going to lift up, get his head on the surface. I'm going to get his head all the way up to the top and keep it there. And then swing it my way. Straight up the arms and everything. He's ready.
Oh, is he ready?
Oh, got another one on Jamie boy.
We'll get some bigger ones. There were when the floodgates were running, and they still look for them after they shut down. So, for me, it's still been the best fly for a while.
What weight is the line on the
Easy, you got one there. That's a fish. Easy now, let him go, let him go.
Nice. The bigger ones.
Let him go. Yeah, it's not as big, but I don't think he is though.
That's one. Let's see this. Oh man,
You can
amateur.
start reeling now.
I still think it's a piece of driftwood.
Don't drop it as you reel, keep it high.
Fish time. You got him foul hooked.
I just feel him smelling it, John.
I know. You
know?
just you sense.
I mean, I sensed
you
it.
sense that he was nearby.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, and you
yeah, I got
you got him on a leash, is what you do.
Just kind of let that ride, get him on the surface, got your real high, your arms there.
Nice one.
Higher than that, your arms there.
That's
Pretty
beautiful.
cool fish. Oh, okay.
Really cool.
Probably makes a little bit on you.
There. Oh, I missed him. Darn.
You usually miss more than you catch,
Really?
so don't be discouraged by that. But you get a lot of opportunities. There you go. Easy. Let them go. That's easy.
That's a fish.
Definitely a better one. You got one too?
You got a little one over here? Look at you, doubled up.
You can lift straight up, arms and everything real high. You can just head all the way to the surface. Keep it there.
Nice fish, man.
Nice. All right, very nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
Beautiful, man. Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that one. What's that little minnow doing on your line over there, man?
I'll get you in a second.
Oh!
Try to keep his head under there too, if you would.
What's this?
Tripled up. Got to film him while I got one on. It's rough life over here.
Oh, that's good. I got one good one, but
Okay. Here we go.
hold
Ready
him
to
out,
go.
he looks bigger. There you go. Yeah, you catch 20 inches. Lily's Landing does a catch and release program.
So what we're using today is we've got a float here, and then it's on just a little bobber here, a little rubber stopper right here to keep it from going down, and we got a swivel with just a little bottom bouncer right here, and then we've got a little fly here. It's the top. This is what Dad just had one on, but I think most of the fish have been catching them on this bottom one right here. What are you calling this, Brett, this bottom one? Like a shad?
It's actually called the D-Bug. It's a shad fly imitation.
D-bug, shad fly imitation. Really cool.
A lot of unnatural movement like that usually turns them off.
Okay.
The little twitch kind of suggests maybe a little bit of life to that thing floating down versus.
Got one?
Yeah, there you go.
Nice work, man.
Nice.
Oh, he jumped.
Guy's doing good. Exactly what you do when you hook them. Just kind of hold it there until they start to give up a little bit. Big ones will just rip off a bunch of line. And it almost feels like you're on the bottom. There you go. It's a double.
Double up. I think mine's bigger than yours, John.
What it is.
I had never heard that before.
Right?
That is father and sons.
Just
Yeah.
your
It's all-
fish, Jay.
Hey, Dad, just watch
Just
out.
your
It's all hanging up, man, with my fish.
Coming up with a real good big
It's a nice-
stretch here too.
It's a nice one for you, James.
They say it just looks like a man's fish, only smaller. Nice. Beautiful fish. Weird ways and basically just kind of pull you off the bottom. So,
Oh, boy.
A little better than that other one.
there you go.
There we go. Nice. Good one for you, Dad. It's about the size of this stockman right
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
The stalkers, you look at the fins, are kind of a grayish cast, and that one's getting to be a little bit better looking, but their fins are kind of cloudy gray, and as they live here a while, they start getting real clear and pretty looking, look like wild fish. Little freshwater shrimp they eat, makes them really pretty.
I made fun of the pink. Now I got pink on.
Probably all use the same rod before the day's over. Kind of switch them around quite a bit. Here you go.
Fish on.
Nice.
Yep. It's time for us to catch a fish.
See the bottom right here.
Get place yourself.
Got one?
Works. Another good little big fish spot here too.
Okay.
Good chance to run into something nice and
Yeah, my guy.
little halo rainbow.
You got one?
Get out of here. Get out of here. All right.
You got one, Dad?
Yeah.
Double. Nice work, Dad. There we go.
Keep your line.
On this side. All right.
Little lighter up there. Yep.
Nice. Nice work.
If you can make your video you're making go viral, I'll give you your next trip free.
Well,
Depends how many times you mention my name.
You wanna? Yeah. You.
I You're ready to reel if you get that way.
Ooh, he's got a big one. Oh, that little thing!
How do you make such a small fish look
He
so
may be
big
foul.
all the time?
Look at that. Hook him in the belly. You got one too?
Cameraman's fishing.
No, I'm actually.
Huh?
I was on.
That's what usually happens. You know, we're fishing, it's like. We are past 2. We are back at the dam here at Table Rock. And John's ready to go, baby.
Oh,
There you go.
Here we go, baby.
Moss on yours here. Yeah, when you start feeling the bottom, I start slowing down. And as long as you're feeling the tick, then I just kind of leave it there. Easy, easy. Let him go, let him go, let him go. Yeah, just switch spots real quick. Get that for you here. Nice fish. Just kind of keep them up, swing them this way, you're good. Nice.
Ooh, nice one.
Beautiful fish.
Look at that
Beautiful
sucker.
fish. Look at that. Whew. That was a beautiful catch and release. Professional. How many years have you been doing this, James? That's just,
You know,
that's all natural.
Here you go.
Nice one.
Nice one.
nice one, man.
Good one. Get some moss on this. Moss and a tangle on that one.
That moss has a lot of fight to it.
Finally, Big Dog's got a nicer one.
Fourth
Finally.
Fourth biggest fish today.
That's a pretty one.
That
That might
is
be
a
the
pretty
prettiest one today.
Hear that? You heard it.
I
You heard it.
Hey, that's what I expect.
Nice fish, man. Good job. Oh, that's guaranteed another big one. Guaranteed another big one.
You give him a Jimmy Houston.
Little Jimmy Houston, man. The Oklahoma special.
Oh, that one. I think John's kind of tearing us up on numbers, James.
Oh, guys, it's not a competition. It's not a competition.
Oh, it is a competition.
It's not a competition.
Oh, it
It's a competition.
I mean, it's not a competition. I mean, there's no contest. Maybe I should say it that way.
Got it. Got it.
Where would it know? Are you diving or on it?
No, we're catching fish. Catching fish.
Watch the video, Mom.
It'll just get on YouTube and you'll see what happened.
Oh, that's a giant one.
That was a big
Come
one,
on,
dude.
baby. Come on, baby.
See a big one down there?
Oh, another big one. I'm seeing him now.
Your flies go by about 2 or 3
Oh, there's
seconds
another
after your
big
floats
one.
do.
There we go. Do you usually catch a brown every trip or no?
No, I would say I usually tell people every 3 or 4 trips, probably on average. It's probably been a week or so since I've had one. And last year they said, well, we think the strain we're stocking is migrating out below Taneycomo in the Bull Shoals. So they said they're stocking a new strain now that's supposed to stay around longer.
A new strain?
Yeah, a different strain of brown trout. In the past, you'd catch several every trip.
Oh, really?
And they say they're stocking the same amount, but they couldn't guide.
That fine. You haven't been all doing the delicate ice fishing that I've been doing for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I imagine you get pretty light bites with that, don't you?
Oh yeah, they're not even.
There we
Nice
go.
job.
I'm barely, man, I don't even know who's on.
You can ice fish. The beauty, kind of anything about ice fishing, you can. So you'll have cameras. You can put a camera down there where you'll see them fish.
Yeah.
You'll see a fish like a bluegill crappie with the bait in its mouth, and nothing will even move.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Say like you had like the camera, you can see it pretty well.
Yep.
That's pretty
Obviously,
cool.
since it's stationary, it's a different type of fish.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting.
It's
I've never
fun,
even
it's
tried
fun.
it. Sets faster.
It's a pretty cool tip. Brett said he leaves his tag in because it's kind of a Rapala knot that he's tying, and if you can see that tag in right there, he said that kind of keeps moss off the fly right here. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Is there a preferred knot for these flies?
Not really. I use a loop knot on a few flies and just an improved cinch knot on pretty much everything else. That trailer fly, sometimes I'll put a loop knot in it, which I think you guys have it on that one because when it's kicking down there in the bottom, it'll bounce a lot more on a loop knot versus on a tight knot. Spawning season comes, fall for the brown trout and winter for the rainbows. I'll get that for you. They'll all come up, or a majority of them will come up within the first mile or two to spawn in the shallower riffly water. So your chances of hooking big fish in the winter and fall are usually better.
Oh, really?
Pretty particular.
That guy was just like,
He hit that. He's on the way down. You see that? Ooh,
Still got 'em?
did that get you?
no, you're good. He got on the second hook.
Yeah, I got a second.
First one.
It was falling fast, man. This is my first one on that top hook.
Grab for me. Lower water. There you go. That's a decent one.
Yeah. Dad, you want to switch poles? Come on.
No.
Hey, what?
No,
Nothing's
be-
ever kept you up from that in the past. All right.
Maybe the
Getting nice. A little bigger.
Look at that. He's a fatty, man. Look at this. Oh. Oh, boy.
It's a little nice
It is. Kind of went over Apollo. Nice one.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I just snagged this color.
Nice one, man. Nice job, man.
Almost 18.
He has one.
You know what? Just take it easy. Just take
There is another fisherman on the back of the boat.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. That's nice.
This lake's beautiful. You can see the scenery's unbelievable going through here. Just like a lake, you would think. Really, really, really pretty. All right, so we're gonna make our third pass. Coming up here at the dam here. We got a double. Front of the boat and back of the boat.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice one.
Balance of our time, more than likely.
Coming over, I'm trying to stay away from you. He was pulling. He was pulling.
He
that
was
drag.
pulling hard. Sometimes you switch fish too. You have a fish on one fly and they'll come by and grab it and you'll switch fish up. It might have happened.
You ever get 2 for 1?
Yeah. Get a few of those.
I think Brett gave him the special fly. He felt sorry.
Well, he gave me $20 for the special fly.
Ah, that's what it was.
That's how it goes.
That's all it takes to get paid off. That's
So give me $30, I'll give you the special fly.
And you're sniffing them out, Dad, now.
They're going for your flies when that happens. They usually go for the top one and they miss it, and then when you set the hook, that second fly comes by and snags them somewhere weird.
Nice fish.
Wow. Nice one.
Wow. Pretty.
Solid
Like
fish.
that fly again. Probably come up with a name for that. 17 and a half.
The Boone special.
That's the okie dokie.
I told you it evens out at the end usually.
Oh, man. See, he pulls out the trick flies, man.
I think he's got the same thing that he's got on top now. I think I only had 3 of them. I tie about 30, 40 flies a day, and most of them are different than the day before. Try new stuff out all the time.
It's my drift now. You got one good?
There he is.
Hit it really good. Right, I ended it. So it's really cool in the shallow water. You can actually see the trout down there swimming around. And in some areas, man, it's amazing how many are down there. You pass by so many that aren't biting the baits. Another nice one by your dad. Oh, there's one. Hey! Oh, did you see that one behind it, John? Nice.
Oh, hey, get yours on there.
That's a nice one. Oh, here. This is a big one, man. I think it's a big one of the day. No. Woo.
Just let the drag roll and so just.
He didn't want to be caught today, man.
We were going 4 miles an hour. Now he's going 5 miles an hour with him swinging downstream. He's like
He got the top one, man.
a silver salmon, just like, hey, I'm not.
Oh, beautiful color.
Fish has another hook in his jaw from another fisherman. Fish scud broke off in his jaw there.
Oh, look at that.
Does it look like one of yours?
No, I don't think so. Though he swallowed it, I have to cut that out. The other part's down in his throat.
Oh,
so I'm gonna
yeah.
cut that off so at least it'll.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, little guy. So they'll eat shad too?
Yeah, they love the shad, and when the floodgates are going, the shad are coming over the floodgates.
They love that.
But they keep looking for shad even after the floodgates shut down. I don't think many people are fishing shad patterns, but it's still the best thing for me right now.
That one? Nice, John. Love it. Oh, yeah.
There you go, it's a double.
Oh, yeah. On that shad?
Yep.
Yeah. There he is. A little bit better?
That's a good fish there, easy now. Yeah, let him go. That's a good fish. Roll yours up back there real quick if you would.
Go. Nice one.
That's a good one.
He's staying down. Ooh, oh, okay. Big of the day? Maybe?
I don't know, but
Was he?
I think you're milking the heck out of it.
I don't know. Hey, you heard what Brett
Get in
said.
the boat.
Dude, I don't want to break him off, man. Come on. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm just like,
Okay.
That was a good fish.
it's like bringing in a kind of a log, guys.
Pushing 20 inches, I'd say.
Whoa. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Keep the rod a little higher when they do that. Keep the rod higher up. When they do that.
Whoa.
You act like you've never done this before.
Hey, just pay attention to filming, Dad, all right? You're not catching
well,
nothing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know I'm not. Am I supposed to be catching him jumping, or you?
Huh?
Or you holding the
Oh,
rod?
you're in it all.
Talking about a
Man,
you
he
are
is
milking every ounce of this.
It's
James.
4
Every
pound
single
test,
ounce
fellas.
of
I
it.
mean, like,
Is it? Okay.
it's in like,
Yeah, I'd say it's bigger than a 4-pound fish.
You drifted half a mile with that fish, James.
John, I mean, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna hit the boat. You drop the rod down for me. If you want, we'll keep him in the net. Maybe get a picture of you two together.
Man,
Up in the air. Up
That's
high.
just-
Reach up.
that's a hoss. So you're okay, that's the big. The last fish of the day is the big.
told you.
The last
Well.
fish of the day.
We'll see. We'll see.
Huh?
I don't
We'll
think there's any
see.
question.
Well,
Help him push into that.
Nice.
Sorry, buddy.
Nice.
All right.
Big one. Nice. Oh, good one to end on.
Yeah. There you go.
You want to say something real quick, Brett, about your service to
Yeah.
folks? You got to face your camera, man.
Chartered Waters guide service, Lake Taneycomo. Guaranteed you catch fish.
And we caught about, I'd say we caught about 40 fish today. So it was a blast. Maybe the longest time between fish was maybe 10 minutes tops. But yeah, tons of bites, maybe 100 bites, 40 fish. It was a blast. It was a blast. Thanks so much, Brett. We appreciate it. You have a great day, man.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brett.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Did
Great. Pleasure. In the marina here, they got a cool bait shop. All kinds of baits. I'm not seeing anything that we use today though. None of this, no flies. There we go. That's very similar to what Brett said that he uses when there's not much water flowing through, something like this. He just uses a little jig head with a fly. So there we go, there's some flies right there. So really nothing similar to what we used today, but there are some flies to buy here. So at the marina here, they do have boats you can rent at this Fall Creek Marina. Pontoons with trolling motors, and they call this right here their trout boats. So aluminum boat. Man, that looks like it fit 4 or 5 people. So really nice. Got a foot control trolling motor. Man, what a great trip with Brett Rader with Chartered Waters here on the Taneycomo River, Branson, Missouri. Man, we had a blast. We caught way more fish than I ever would have thought we would have caught today. Man, we saw so many fish that you passed by with polarized glasses, man. You passed by a ton of fish, and we probably had 100 bites, and I don't know how, I lost count how many we caught, but really cool area, this Fall Creek Marina. But check him out, check out Brett, really cool guy, put us on fish. He ties his own flies, which I probably think that's a big deal. Someone that ties their own flies, that can really mix and match things. That's what he did. He kept changing baits and lures on us, and that really helped. It seemed like once he did that, you know, we caught more fish. So hope you liked this video. If you did, please sub to the BooneBoys, and we'll see you on our next adventure.